Bandai Namco has formally introduced its Nintendo Collaboration Studio, which is called Studio 2 and Studio S, dedicated to commissioned development projects, including Nintendo titles. Now, the team has already been active for several years, and they have contributed to renowned franchises like Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart, along with newer IPs such as ARMS. With a roster of 152 employees, the studio is actively recruiting, particularly for roles related to 3D action games, featuring a side view perspective, emphasizing potential projects for both new and existing intellectual properties. So yeah, Bandai Namco is creating an entire studio just for Nintendo collaboration projects. But of course, Bandai and Nintendo definitely have a rich history as it is, marked by the development of significant titles like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Mario Kart 8. While the partnership has been ongoing for years, the formal establishment of Studio 2 and Studio S highlights a new level of love, a new formal recognition for their joint efforts. The studio's official website right now showcases its past contributions, staff interviews, and relevant team statistics. Bandai Namco's commitment to contracted development projects with Nintendo is evident in the job listings, which quite literally include positions for projects commissioned by Nintendo and others related to in-house contracted development initiatives. Looking ahead, the future projects of Studio 2 and Studio S remain undisclosed, but the formal naming and identity bestowed by Bandai Namco suggests a promising trajectory. The relationship between the two companies has been consistently productive, actually dating back to collaborative efforts in the GameCube era and the development of various Nintendo published games. Now, as for the future of iconic franchises like Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros., speculation arises about potential releases coinciding with the rumored new Nintendo system in the second half of 2024. A lot of people are calling it the Switch 2. If we do get a new Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros. Game coming up very soon, Studio 2 and Studio S by Bandai Namco is well positioned to play a crucial role, given, of course, their in-depth involvement in past projects, as well as, of course, now their official studio that is responsible for Bandai and Nintendo collabs. I've never heard of something like this, like a company that works independently but then creates a separate studio just for their collaborations with one separate company. I think it's cool, and it definitely shows kind of where Bandai Namco's priorities are and that they take their relationship with Nintendo very seriously. Now, once they get through their honeymoon phase of their newfound love in this joint sort of studio, I definitely can't wait to see what this project will push out. When you get past the obvious Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. Collabs, I really want to see what kind of cool Bandai Namco games they are planning for Nintendo, especially given that the new console is very likely coming out next year. I think it's very possible that they are in very close conversation and talks with Nintendo about the new controls and, logistics of the new console, whatever the gimmick is, right, with the controllers, the touchscreen, whatnot. I'm sure Bandai Namco, with this new official studio, is working very hard at making sure that their games are fully optimized for the next Nintendo console.